Okay, hello everyone. Today I want to detail this double horse 9104 that I've done some upgrades to make it actually a really good performing helicopter. Took a lot of research and a lot of work to get this thing to perform like I've got it doing, but it really performs well now. Has a flight time of about 9 to 10 minutes, which is pretty good with a 1600 milliamp hour battery. But let's go ahead and get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. As you can see, it's just the basic standard 9104 airframe. What I did, I wanted to turn it into a 4-channel setup, which was actually the easiest thing to do with it. Just by adding another servo. You know, on the 9104s they have a servo here that's turned the other way, and the swash plate, it only has forward and reverse that comes up right here. Okay, what I did, I looked at some pictures of the 9117, which the holes are already in this guy. I just bought another servo, 9104 servo, installed it here, and turned the other one around, put it in like this. And I've got a different swash plate on this guy. You can see on here that it is not the stock swash plate, and to be frank, the stock swash plate on these are complete and total junk. They will come apart on you in midair. I've had them do it, and then you're going to crash. So I upgraded that, bought this swash plate right here, and you can see it is radically different from the double horse unit. As you can see here, I made this connection buckle, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but on this up here I moved the ball in, which give this a lot more leverage on this out here. It's about 2 to 1 now. I haven't actually measured it to see exactly what it is, but all I did was cut it off out here and then move it over as far as I could get it up against the where it bolts on. And that gives you, what it does, it gives you a lot more cyclic throw on your fly bar and on your blades. And also down here you can note that on this swash plate, you look right here, this guy is way out here, which also gives you a lot more leverage on it and gives a lot more cyclic authority, which really improves the performance of this bird. Another modification that I did back here on the back, I had trouble with the tail motor overheating. So what I did, I pulled this out and replaced it, and then took the cover off out here and cut away as much of it as I could on this so this thing can let that heat get out of there, because they will overheat on you. I've seen other people online, you know, complaining of that problem, that their tail motor was overheating on them. They're having problems with them spinning. That's all it is. I am going to buy a heat sink for back here, a small one, and put on here to help dissipate that heat. Okay, another major thing that I did with this guy, you know, on the stock double horse and even the 9117, the motor is mounted all the way up under here. Not a good thing. That was a total design disaster that they did. It overheats. I bought this better motor. This is the Super 370 motor. For anybody that works with these things, know what I'm talking about. I've got a heat sink on there, but even with it couldn't handle what I was asking this thing to do, and it actually overheated also on me one time. I set it down so that it didn't damage it, but what I did, I took it out of here and reversed the polarity on the leads, and mounted it on top up here. Okay, and you can see now it's right underneath the rotor, and it gets a lot of airflow to it, which really helps keep it cooled down, and it performs. It's so much better now. The performance, you can't even believe the performance that it has now because of that. I mean, to fly and just maintain flight, once I get it in the air, I'm only using about a quarter throttle, which is amazing. Upgraded to this battery right here. It's just a 2S LiPo 1600 milliamp hour battery, a 20C, very good unit. You can see in here that I actually upgraded the electronics. I got rid of the double horse, that 3.5 channel stuff, took that out, and you can see this is a 4-channel setup here. 2.4 gigahertz. Works really well. Have really good range with this guy. Here's the transmitter that I used. These are very inexpensive. Bought it at Banggood. So, and here's my canopy. Now you can see I did have a fly bar strike right there. I was flying a little bit too aggressive one day and smacked the canopy. But to accommodate where I've got the motor sitting, you can see that I've actually cut the top out and really increased the area where this thing can get air down in it. And I'm going to snap this on here, and so you can actually see the room that it now has up here. And you can see the motor's right out in the open now, where actually when it's in forward flight it can actually get some airflow to the motor, which is a good thing. Even some of the better helicopters that I've seen don't allow for this, and that's a huge drawback to them. I mean, you're just dissipating heat instead of you're making heat instead of power, but with that motor all the way up under here. It's just not a good place to put it. So I'm going to post this on my YouTube account, and if you have any questions, just post them in the box. Thanks. Bye.